If you're talking about taking the literal statement of the ideas from one published source and then submitting it as if it were original new material, then I would say the answer is no. So the question is the originality, the extension beyond what was first published, and when in doubt, send to the editor what you've published before, so they can make a judgment in terms of the incremental benefit, incremental contribution of the new work.
Now, of course, you can't use exactly the same phrasing. You can't violate copyright laws. The publishers of the Academy journals and of the books all follow rules that limit the number of words that you can use as direct quotations from something else. And if you're going to quote yourself, I guess you could put quotation marks around it.
Having published it in AMJ or AMR, you cannot turn around and publish it in a book chapter. Now, there is an exception, all right? Sometimes people will put books together afterwards, made up of journal articles. And typically what you must do then is you must get permission of the journal to reuse this in a book chapter.
It has to be original work. We are not allowed to infringe on copyrights that have been given over to the publishers of books or journals. And so we have to make sure that there is no text that's repeated word for word, line for line in an article that has been published previously as it's been published elsewhere.
Not only must the sentences be changed individually, but I should change the construction of every paragraph.
The Code of Ethics says that you must be transparent, and any time that you are using words from another publication, you have to cite that publication. So if you had the research methods section published in JIBS and we're doing another article for another journal, you either have to put that in quotations or you have to rewrite it.
Word for word duplication from one article to the next, it would not be appropriate. There are copyright rules to be taken into consideration.
We can't repeat word for word what we've used before. We have to find a way to say it slightly differently. And it is a challenge sometimes to do that, but that's what's required of us.
Think about it now from a journal editor's perspective. I get a paper submitted to the journal. There are 4 authors on that paper. Fairly likely that the authors divvied up some of the work themselves. I am, as one of those authors, responsible for everything that was done by the other authors. I can't just sign off, check the box that, there's no plagiarism in here and all these nice things we ask people to do for the Code of Ethics without really having made sure myself. It is a must-do for all of us as co-authors to do due diligence that every member on that team did not engage in self-plagiarism.
I hope that our work inspires other people to get excited about what we're studying. I hope more than one person is interested in a topic. I think that's why we get together at meetings and talk. We want to not just talk about our own work independently, but to find like-minded people who want to collaborate on ideas and building ideas. And
when in doubt, if you can identify who was the source of the idea, at least give them the opportunity, the right of refusal. So you could contact them and say, I was really stimulated by your comments. I'm thinking about trying to build on that work. I would like to make sure that, first of all, you're not pursuing it yourself, so I'm not taking something away from you. If the answer is no, then I would pursue the idea and I would credit the source of the idea as in whatever work is written, whatever's published subsequently.
At best, I think all you owe is an acknowledgement in the footnotes that this idea arose in a lunch conversation with X, and so that you acknowledge that somewhere where this idea came from.